Holy shit, the arse has fallen out of the car market, and this is just the beginning. I just want to jump on real quick and take a look. So obviously over the year the car market has been gradually declining, but this month it's taken a real dip. First noticed this week when I went to put my car into We Buy Any Car. I'd previously put it in about 3 weeks ago as I was thinking of switching it out for an M140i, and 3 weeks ago the valuation of my 118i was 17 grand on trade. It's now 13,000. Bring up We Buy Any Car. It's now 13,280 quid. We only bought it in May for 22. And I mean, we're nearly 9 grand down. It's huge, huge. That's on a PCP deal as well. And I was hoping just to, even if I just traded it in, paid the finance off, paid the PCP off, didn't get my deposit back. I was thinking, not too worried. I'll just put another couple of grand down on a new car. And no chance now. Full negative equity, locked in until this recovers somewhat, if it does recover. And I don't think it will for now. This is the start of this process. And I don't think it matters where you are in the car market at the moment, whether you are in a 150 grand Porsche, a 40 grand M2, or a 20 grand 1 Series. The whole market is just crashing hard, and actually the bigger you are, the bigger the cost of the car, the harder the fall. So if we jump on to AutoTrader, and if you haven't got the Chrome AutoTrader price tracker, I would definitely recommend downloading that, because that shows you when the car was added, and also it shows you if the cars have been reduced in price. So my dream car is an M2, so I follow that market pretty closely. So we'll just start with that. I nearly bought an M2 back this time last year, and I was looking at a competition manual, Hockenheim Silver manual to start with, and I was looking at the cheapest one you could find was about 38 grand, 40,000 miles. Now, if we look at this, the cheapest one, that's Cat S, so we won't include that. The cheapest one on here is £34,000. It's done 33,000 miles, which is only a couple of thousand more than the one that I was looking at. And the one that I was looking at in November last year was up at 42,000, maybe even 43. I think I might have negotiated them down a little bit to 42. So it was, and it was about 29,000, 30,000 miles, and that was up at 42. This one is 34,000. It is a private seller though, but 34,000, and they've reduced that. They've had it up since September. They had it up at 38, and they've now reduced that to 34. If we keep going down the list, there's another one here, 35 grand, manual, was up at 38,500 in August. It's been sat on there for a couple of months. It's now at 35,000. Mileage 25,000. Crazy price reductions in the last few months. Crazy price reductions this month. And I think it's only this. I think M2s were inflated a little bit anyway, so the price of them was holding quite high. That's what put me off buying that M2 back in October, November last year, because I was just starting to think, am I gonna want to change this in a year or two and find that I'm in massive negative equity? I suppose the only thing you could say was the interest rates were still pretty good. So the actual payments on it weren't actually too bad. Something like 350 quid with 10, that was like 10 grand down. So these manuals again, 36. This one is been up at 38,500. Added in at the start of the month, start of October, 41,000 miles. They've now reduced that. They've reduced it down every 2 weeks by £500, then £1,000, then another 750. So they've knocked, another couple of grand off that. Dealers are probably shitting themselves, thinking I've got all this stock that I've paid good whack for back in the summer, and now I can't shift it whatsoever. Here's another one, black competition, 2018, 28,000 miles, 29,000 miles. Just added in the start of August, and was up originally for 40,500. They've now knocked £4,000 off that. So every week or so, they're knocking 500 quid off, trying to get a sale. Crazy, hectic. And I think we're not even into the usual reduction of, post Christmas, January, nobody's spending any money. So if you're thinking of buying a car now, maybe hold out. If you're thinking of selling your car because you want to get the money out of it, sell it now. Just have a quick look at all M2 competitions, including the DCT, and the lowest one 77,000 miles. They've reduced that to I didn't even think we'd see a sub 30 grand M2 comp this year. That's now £28,999. High mileage, and they've knocked that. That's been up since the start of September. They've knocked a little bit off of that. A few Cat S's there, I'm not interested in those. Here's another one, 33,000 DCT. This is from a dealer. Was added at the end of September, 35 grand. Now been reduced to 31. That's a right deal. That's a steal. That's cheaper than someone's got a Cat S up, and that Cat S has been on the market for about a year and a half. That hasn't sold whatsoever. What else is there? Where's some which people have hectically slashed the price on in a bid to get their money out? All of them, every one from a dealer has knocked a couple of grand off. When I was thinking about getting one a year or two ago, the prices of them were just so high, and it didn't really matter. The mileage didn't matter. They were all up at 40 plus grand. Here's another one. Huge reductions here. 18,000 miles, added at the end of August. Originally 43 grand, then just reduced every week basically until now. Current price 35,500. They've knocked nearly 8-9 grand off that. That's crazy. 18,000 miles. What a steal. But saying that, the interest rate prices are so high that would cost more than the deal that I had back last year. Right, let's just take a quick look at new M2s. New M2s. So already, the car's only just come out. They're not selling at all, the new M2s. New M2, originally added in July, so it's been on the market a while, had it up at 87,995. Delivery miles now being reduced to 79. So they've knocked 8 grand off that already. That one's at 80. They had that, obviously, had that over list. Next one's, that one's on at 80. This one here, this one's been put up in price. He's put it up from 71 to 75. Let's have a quick look at the M340i. So here we go, M340i 2020 M340i Estate Touring. Wow. Oh my God. Was up at 45 in July. Now being reduced down to 39,500. They were so expensive. I was looking at these at the start of the year. You couldn't get one of these for much less than 45, 48 grand. So, that about sums it up. The arse has fallen out of the car market. If you sell your car to We Buy Any Car, they're going to absolutely pull your pants down. And I don't really think that's the end of it. I think this is just the start of it. This is probably a huge correction on pricing of cars and some. And it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I'm going to do another update next month. So this is November, I'll do December. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment below if you want me to analyse any other cars. Cheers for watching.